Hello YouTube. Today is just going to be a miscellaneous content video. I know I haven't made anything in quite some time. I've made myself really busy. See, people aren't busy. They make themselves busy. And here's what's been going on. I've been working with a new band. I've been trying to do stuff around the house. I've been doing all kinds of stuff aside from doing videos. So I figured I'd do something miscellaneous today. Plus, there's going to be a bunch of new stuff that I'm going to be doing coming up this winter. I'm going to spin the camera around and kind of give you a tour of the studio situation here and basically let you know some updates on it. All right, don't get dizzy. All right. Well, I started in the middle of the room. This is a new addition. I picked up a DW Design Series used from a local guitar center. I got the 4-piece frequent flyer set. I think that's what it's called. It's got the 20 by 12 kick drum, 14-12 floor, 12-inch rack, but I have a 10-inch on there, and the reason I do is because it came with 2 extra toms. So it came with 8, 10, 12, 14, and the kick drum. Just under $1,000. What a deal. GC's kind of falling apart, and I don't know what they have anymore. Anyway, here's a silly old keyboard that I'm using as a MIDI controller. But this, I'm going to do a quick video of this probably for next week. I have basically it just set up in the middle of the room right now. Ride cymbal. I don't have an extra hi-hat stand right now. I'm going to be using just a single SM57 over it. And then I think a AKG D112 on the kick drum. So look for that probably next week or so. I don't know. We'll see what I do. Like I said, I've been busy, so here's what I got. Anyway, give you kind of a tour. Here's the old Ludwig New Sonic set. Uh, gongs. High gongs. See when I back up, it kind of looks like a face. High face. Anyway, I don't know, I'm stupid. Kind of come back around here. Here's the drum set. Here's the view from behind the drum set in the studio. I know a lot of you that have been watching the channel for a while have seen this view, but it's gotten a lot more crowded in the studio here. A lot more crowded because I suffer from something called GAS, G-A-S, Gear Acquisition Syndrome. I seem to be buying too much stuff, but I'm starting to sell quite a bit of stuff too. Here's how I store the drums, kind of off over here. Here's my collection of way too many cymbals, but most of them I bought used off eBay, off of Guitar Center's used site, various other places for really good deals. So if I ever crack anything, I don't have to go out and buy a $500 crash because that's just insane the amount of money they want for cymbals nowadays. Uh, if I flush, will you go away? I don't know. I got that from somewhere. I was going to do a video with it. But anyway, here I have stacked up the kick drums in there, but that's my Ludwig backbeat set. Then I still have my PDP X7. That's the original like maple set that before they started doing the new series. I can't remember what they're calling it. Anyway, congas in the front here. Here's an old Pearl set that I was going to refinish, but I think I might sell it. That was in some videos from a long time ago. Um, I just haven't done much with it recently. Here's the other toms for that DW kit, but it's that tobacco burst finish or whatnot. This drum set was in mint condition too. I mean, it came with aftermarket heads. It was owned by a real drummer too, because they've done something with these drums that I haven't seen drummers do in a long time, and that's put ambassadors on the rack toms over diplomats, and then on the floor tom they have an emperor over a ambassador clear. I mean, that's something they used to do back in the 90s. I read about, but yeah, this set actually has that setup, and they're practically new heads. That was a steal. I can't stress how much that was. I'm rambling. Anyway, here's all the snares, stick, horde, all the snares I kind of store back here. I'm gonna have to do something better with this setup though, because it's getting kind of crowded in here. I know this camera phone doesn't do it justice, and you may barely be able to hear me talking on this. I'm trying to kind of yell in the studio, but I have all this stuff covered up right now. That's basically my signal path. Uh, I guess I'll just go ahead and show you. Might as well make it a full-on tour. What was that? Old PV RMS 4062 is the board I'm using. Very little processing. And I send that out to a laptop next to the Ludwig set back there. I think you can probably see it at the beginning of the video. Anyway, I run through um, Persona Studio 1 to get a couple dynamic effects, and then I send that out to the camera direct in here, which my videos I'm using a Nikon, man, it's an old school Nikon, I can't remember what they're called, 3200, something like that. Yeah, old digital camera. Anyway, I'm running audio out of the PreSonus interface straight into the camera, and then this is just a video monitor feed, which I have a monitor set up over here on top of my turntable, so I can kind of make sure that I got the focus good and everything. Got a good shot, etc., etc. Let me see. It's my wife's clarinet, guitars, various guitars, bass guitars. I think that kind of pretty much covers everything. Now, for the longest time, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I am, and why not? For the longest time, I always used to use the name Egyptian Studios for the studio, but since I've came back to the faith and whatnot, that seems kind of rather something I don't want to do. So what I decided to do is name it after this rug. I've had this rug in all my studios for so long. And this crest here, you can't really read it, maybe a little bit. It says Excelsior on the bottom. Now, this rug was taken out of an old hotel, I think probably a 1920s, 1940s, 50s, something like that hotel that was built in the local city here. I got this as a scrap cutout remnant when they were basically tearing down that hotel and taking stuff out of it and whatnot. The hotel building is still there, but it's not a hotel anymore. I think it's apartment buildings. But I've decided, because of that, I'm just going to call it Excelsior Studio or Excelsior Studios, whatever. But yeah, that's what I got going there. I guess I might as well show you that. I got all these little lights all around here, and this is the lights that I've been using, lighting for videos. I also have overhead lighting. Oops, didn't mean to blind you. Anyway, overhead lighting up there that kind of helps just ambient light, and then these kind of direct light. And then a little bit of miscellaneous other gear that I got here. It's a Fender, I think that's the 100-watt bass amp. I don't know, it's the newest bass amp that they came out with. And I think this is called the Fender Mustang LT25. Yeah, I just got this little modeling amp to mess with myself. I don't really play guitar, but I like messing around. And these two little amps down here, just practice amp for a crunchy, crappy sound. This little Peavey practice amp, way back in the 90s, I used to use something like that to get a good distortion when I was playing with a dirt metal group. We kind of played like Deftones, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, this is the studio. This is as it is right now. Kind of a mess. Not kind of, it's actually a mess. Like I said, I've been busy, so I'm gonna try and get my stuff together and do some more videos. We record in the new year. We were supposed to already have the record recorded, but a lot of things have happened. I broke my ankle almost, or sprained it and whatnot, so I haven't been doing a lot of playing until recently. About the last 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, I've been playing something like that. So you saw a few videos I put up. So yeah, slowly but surely we'll be getting back into it here. And just wanted to put an update video. I don't know what I'm going to call this. I don't know if I'm going to call it a studio tour or just impromptu miscellaneous video. I don't know. I don't know what I'll call it. We'll figure it out. But like I said, look for videos of this DW design series kit, which sounds excellent. I mean, the PDP set sounds pretty good, and they're thin maple shells, a European maple, to whereas this is American hard maple that's shipped over to Taiwan and they assemble over there, which I don't really agree with, but hey, it saved me a lot of money, and this deal was too good to pass up. Can't really afford a collector series or the player series or whatever it is, whatever that middle line DW is. But anyway, look for videos of this coming out soon. I'm gonna swap this out with this Ludwig pretty soon. Be breaking that down, getting it ready for the recording session because that's what's going in the studio. And then I'll set this up and do some videos with it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna spin around again. Whoa, there we go. Anyway, yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't know, just a crazy live impromptu video. I don't know. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Click, subscribe, do the thing.